All right, let's talk about Levalbuterol. It's one of those rescue inhalers a ton of people use, but what actually makes it different from the others? We're going to break down exactly what makes this thing so special.
So here's what we've got on tap. We'll start with the basics, then get into some really cool chemistry that sets it apart. After that, we'll see how it actually works in your lungs, how you use it, the potential risks, and probably the most important thing you need to know about using it safely. Let's get to it.
Okay, so let's just dive right in. What exactly is Levalbuterol? Okay, so at its core, Levalbuterol, you might know it by the brand name Xopenex, is a rescue medication. Think of it like this. When your airways slam shut during an asthma attack or a COPD flare-up, this is the thing you reach for to open them back up, and I mean fast.
But that leads to a really good question, right? We already have albuterol, and it works pretty darn well. So why bother making a whole new drug? It's a fantastic question, and the answer is really the whole reason this medication even exists.
Well, the answer is all about some surprisingly clever chemistry. It's kind of like a tale of two molecules, almost identical twins, but with one crucial difference.
Okay, so here's the deal. Your standard albuterol is what chemists call a racemic mixture. Fancy word, but all it means is it's a 50-50 mix of two slightly different molecules. Levalbuterol, though, it's different. It's made of 100% of just one of those molecules.
These mirror image molecules are called isomers, and the best way to get this is to just look at your own hands. Go on, hold them up. They're mirror images of each other, right? But no matter how you turn them, you can't perfectly stack your left hand on top of your right. They're just different. It's the exact same idea in chemistry. You've got a right-hand molecule and a left-hand molecule.
And this is where it gets super interesting. Researchers figured out that only the right-hand molecule, the R isomer, was actually doing the good stuff, opening up the airways. So the theory became, what if that other molecule, the left-hand one, isn't just a freeloader? What if it's actually causing some of the side effects we see with albuterol, like making your heart race?
So, they isolated that one good molecule. How does it actually go to work and unlock your airways? Let's take a look.
It's a really simple, elegant process. You breathe it in, and the levalbuterol molecules rush to these little docking stations. They're called beta-2 receptors on the muscles around your airways. They lock on, and it's like they tell those super tight muscles, hey, just relax. And as those muscles chill out, the airway opens right up and air can finally flow through. It's a beautiful three-step dance. Bind, relax, open.
Okay, so that's the cool science behind it. But let's get down to brass tacks. When do you actually use this stuff, and what does it look like?
It really comes down to two main situations. First, and most obvious, is as that rescue inhaler when you're having an asthma attack or a COPD flare-up and you need help right now. The second way is as a preventative measure. You can take it about 15 minutes or so before you exercise to stop your airways from constricting in the first place.
And you'll typically see it in two forms. The first is a liquid solution that goes into a nebulizer. That's the machine that creates a steady mist that you breathe in for a few minutes. The other, and way more common form, is the good old metered dose inhaler, or MDI. You know, the classic puffer that fits in your pocket.
All right, we have to talk about the flip side. No medicine is perfect, right? And even though Levalbuterol was literally designed to have fewer side effects, it's still a really powerful drug. So let's be clear about the potential downsides.
So this really gets to the heart of the matter, pun intended. The whole theory, the big why for this drug, is that by getting rid of that left-hand molecule, you lessen the impact on your heart. The idea is that levalbuterol is less likely to cause that racing heart feeling, tachycardia, than you'd get with regular albuterol.
But, and this is a big but, it's not side effect free, not by a long shot. You can still feel jittery or anxious, get the shakes, headaches, or feel your heart fluttering. These are all definitely things to watch out for.
Okay, now for the really serious stuff. This is incredibly rare, so don't panic, but you need to know about it. In a small number of people, the inhaler can do the exact opposite of what it's supposed to do and actually make the airways clamp down even harder. This is called paradoxical bronchospasm, and it's a 911 level emergency. And again, even though it's designed to be easier on the heart, if you have any pre-existing heart condition, we're talking high blood pressure, coronary artery disease, anything like that, you have to be extremely cautious with this medication.
And last but not least, its effects aren't just limited to your lungs. It can temporarily spike your blood sugar, so if you have diabetes, that's something you absolutely have to monitor. It can also cause your potassium levels to drop, which can be a big deal, especially if you're taking other meds, like certain diuretics.
So, knowing all that, how do you use this thing smartly and safety? This last part, honestly, might be the most important takeaway for your overall health.
I want you to burn this number into your brain more than 2 times per week. If you take away only one single thing from our chat today, please let it be this number.
So ask yourself honestly, are you reaching for your rescue inhaler more than twice a week? If the answer is yes, what is your body trying to tell you?
It's a huge red flag. It's like the check engine light in your car coming on. It means your main, long-term treatment plan isn't working like it should. A rescue inhaler is a fire extinguisher. It's for emergencies. You shouldn't need to use your fire extinguisher every day. If you do, it's time to call your doctor and talk about your controller therapy.
And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? Levalbuterol is an amazing, life-saving tool. It's a fantastic safety net. But the real goal? The goal is to live your life in a way where you don't even need the safety net. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Is your long-term plan strong enough that you don't have to keep relying on a rescue?